A warm welcome to Mohamed Mokaev, the Punisher, undefeated, up against Charles Inner G Johnson at UFC London. Really happy to speak to you for the first time. What a fighter you are, mate. It's been fantastic seeing you in the UFC, already doing your thing on your debut. Are you settled now? How do you feel now you got that first win under the belt? Do you feel comfortable? Does it met your expectations so far?
Yes, to be honest, I feel comfortable when I go inside the cage. I was feeling like the crowd and stuff been around maybe like past 7 years. It wasn't as big, but it was getting bigger and bigger every fight. So it wasn't like from like no crowds to huge crowds. It was something I was dreaming of. So nothing I was like surprised, but it's another fight, another same arena, so it's nothing like to get to have so much pressure.
I love the fact that you sent Dana White that message 4 years ago and said, I'm going to be in the UFC in 4 years. You did exactly what you said you were going to do. How has the reality matched up with what it was going to be like in your head so far?
I believe, and also I'm saying like end of 2023 I will fight for the title, and I believe, not like because I'm some cocky kid, but I just see I competed a lot, competed like in wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and I know how results work. If you win, you get like I just work out in my head, training camp, add some like injuries maybe, add like weight cut, recover, like do the sport maths, that's how I work out.
What does it mean to you to be fighting on this UFC London card? I feel like if we look back even at the recent one, but in years gone by, people like Michael Bisping also is a Paradigm guy, right? It's been historic when the UFC goes to London. What does it mean to you to maybe be a part of history here?
Yes, especially having like Thomas Pinal on the main card. Yeah, I think he's the guy who a lot of young generation in UK should look up to. Him is a great example. Doesn't show bad example to younger generation, and amazing to have to share cards with him again, second time, and put another great performance in London, like another GGs.
It was cool looking at your Instagram, that you spent some time in Tiger Muay Thai back in the day, because usually I'm based out in Asia. Yeah. So did you get some rounds in with Charles Johnson? Because he was a Tiger guy, right? That was a long time ago now, but do you know each other at all? Did you get a feel for him and how it's going to go?
Yes, of course. Every guy I go in the gym, anywhere, I feel out. I feel this is my next opponents, like flyweights, bantamweights. I always feel out. Always. Now I'm at ATT. We train. I have so many guys in my weight. Actually, top 15. 2 guys training here, and I believe that like some of them my future opponents. Of course, I don't want to. I wouldn't like to cross path with them because they're really good with me, my teammates. And if it's for the title, then it's good fight, But I did train with him. He has a lot of problem with his wrestling, grappling, and when I take him down, it will be like deep water for him.
How do you see it finishing? I think last time you were pretty accurate with your prediction, right? So how do you see this one going?
I will finish him. I will beat him. My grappling. I rolled with black belts, and I beat black belts. So in the fight, even easier. When you have gloves, when you have elbows, knees, it's different game.
Do you see an early one? Do you see first round, second round?
I believe it will be like first, second round finish.
And how closely are you watching the guys at the top of the division? We got Kai Kara France, we got Brandon Moreno. Are you keeping a close eye on that one? Because 2023, that will come around fast, right?
Yes, I think like Kai Kara France, he has also problem with his wrestling. He did fight like good wrestler, Askarov last fight, but Askar, I think, couldn't mix striking with him, where I could mix striking and wrestling together. The style for this matchup. So I will fight them soon. I think next year I will fight against them.
If you had it your way, when you fight for the belt, do you prefer to fight against Davison, Kai, or Brandon?
It doesn't matter. If it's for the belt, I want to be youngest champion, and whoever comes there, it's my opportunity, it's my chance, and I don't want to let the chance go and pick opponents and stuff. I don't pick opponents. Matchmaker knows I ask for like top 15. We asked 3 guys from top 15. They didn't accept the fight for July 23rd. That's why we have to pick somebody so I can climb up the rankings, and then they choose me.
Is this a nice challenge for you? Because, you know, Charles is exciting and he's a LFA champion, right? So is this a nice step up in competition, do you think?
I wouldn't say like competition-wise. Competition-wise, I think I had 2 opponents. Maybe Cody Durden will better. If Cody Durden and Charles Johnson fight, I think Cody Durden win. Yeah.
Now that he's retired, have people chilled out on comparing you to Khabib? And do you think you're getting more recognition as the only Mo and doing what you do? People starting to recognize? And did that bother you, the Khabib comparisons at all?
No, it didn't bother me too much. If he was like bad guy, then I'd be like, well, he's a great example. It's a great. It's good they compare me to GOAT, you know. But I just want to make my own history. Nothing like rude, but I have my own story, my own path.
Do you think your striking's underrated? Some comments, and when you were smashing the bag, a lot of people were saying, damn, his striking's looking really nice, it's looking sharp, and everyone talks about your grappling. But do you think sometimes it's a little underestimated?
Maybe. Sometimes they catch knee, you know, instead of takedown. now they're gonna catch something else instead of takedown. So maybe I do everything bits by bits, you know. Sometimes like one day grappling, one day boxing, one day kickboxing, mixing. I never been like just a wrestler. Even when I was competing in wrestling, I was going to boxing classes at the same time. I just picked wrestling better than maybe striking.
How's ATT going for you? Have you had talks with Dan Lambert? Because that man knows how to sell fights, and he knows how to mold fighters to make them maybe sell fights better than anybody else. He likes the pro wrestling angle. Have you had those kind of conversations?
I read a little bit Dan's story. To be honest, when you have a lot of money, many people wouldn't invest in this, like in the sport or compete in the sport, you know. So it's something he has like passionate about. Like there's one guy, for example, came over. He's not like that. Nobody know his name a lot, but I ask, this could be a good sparring partner for me. Like can we pay and he stay here? He's like, listen, we don't care about money, you know. If he can help you, he can stay. They give him room. It's something amazing, you know. There's a Richie guy. He's a manager of the gym, and Dan Lambert. They're doing an amazing job over here. I really want to come back again.
That's fantastic. That's a really interesting story. I was also wondering, when you were watching the UFC 4 years ago and you sent that message, who was the one guy that you looked up to? Who is the one guy is the gold standard in the UFC, who does it with style, who fights well, you like them? Who do you put on that level, do you think?
I was watching a lot Rustam Khabilov, lightweight. He actually beat George Masvidal back in the days, you know. I've watched him a lot, and in 2016 I was at the London card, watch his fight against Norman Park, and
awesome.
That was my dream to get on this arena.
And I guess last one, I think the fans love the fact that you're not afraid to call somebody out. I saw Tyson Nam, you quite like the idea of fighting him. Is that the one for you next? And also Jeff Molina, what is it about those guys that you like the look of? And are you going to be calling someone out on the mic in London?
I believe like Jeff will hit the rankings soon, and Tyson already in the rankings, and Tyson doesn't have anything apart from lucky punch, you know. He doesn't have, if he doesn't land this overhand, he doesn't, I don't see him special there. I believe Charles Johnson striking are much better than Tyson is. That's my opinion. I watch all these guys fight before I call out, and I'm not like some guy just type on Twitter, let's fight, and doesn't not accept anyone. Jeff Molina, if he accepts if he accepts for Abu Dhabi, I told him if it's Abu Dhabi or September, Paris, I'm ready. I just I don't think they accept. That's on the Twitter everybody says this, but when it comes for the paper, I'm on my own. You know?
Well, 21 years old, smashing it. One of the most exciting fighters on the planet. So good to interview, and maximum respect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, brother.
You too. Nice one.